All right, time to make bread again. We got. I'm gonna do the mix again because I did the whole wheat thing and it didn't really kind of flop. So I'm gonna do half and half. So 250 white, 250 wheat. I warmed up the water a little bit so it's not room temperature. It's probably around 85, 88 degrees. Like if you would want to swim in a pool that's this temperature. Mix this up a little bit. Tomorrow I'm going to bake it. So we'll go through all the steps. I'm going to shape it, proof it. Once it's proofed, I'm going to have I'm going to put it in the fridge overnight and then bake it tomorrow morning. So as for right now, I think this is ready. It feels pretty good. It came together super quick. That and the fact that I'm like full of energy and I'm ready to get this done. I have TV shows coming on that I want to watch in a few minutes. So I want to get this done. For a minute I was like, do I really want to do this? But it's worth a shot. It doesn't take a huge amount of time and it's always a challenge. So, and plus I need content. So this is the type of content that's good because at the end of it I have a piece of bread that tastes pretty good. So hopefully. So we're good. Got a bowl, it's greased so it'll relax in. Comes out nice in one piece. It's already a little bit stretchy, which is good. So this is a nice small 500 grams of flour, 400 grams of water, and I'm going to let it rest and be back in an hour. Nice and damp, that's good. Definitely don't want it to be dry. Need that moisture. Moisture will help. Alright, I fed it like around 11 hours ago. Really, I should have just used it about an hour ago. It's right at its peak, so I gotta use it now to make sure it's still as effective as it can be. That's ready. Holding together really good. Good moisture content. Smells nice. So let it rest for an hour and then we'll start on our folds. Laid bare. Alright, it's been an hour. Let's see what we have. It's spread out nice. My hand nice and wet. If you introduce a little bit more water, it doesn't hurt. Ooh, it's nice nice and stretchy. It's a nice stretch there. It's really stretchy. That's nice. Here, I think it's starting to tighten up a little bit. I can feel some air bubbles in there already, so that's good. Let's, let's ball it. Let's get balling it up. It's not strong enough yet, but I'd like to kind of ball it up a little bit and see how it looks. Start getting it to kind of rise a little bit, so it's a tighter ball. I'm adding a little bit of tension to it. But yeah, it looks good. It smells really nice too, so let it sit for an hour and do the second fold. Some air bubbles here. Stretch out. Stretches real nice. I can feel a lot of little bubbles in there too when I hold it. Okay. Alright. Looks good. It's nice and soft, pliable, stretchy. There you go. I mean, it's nice and stretchy. Definitely passes the, well, maybe not. Let me do one more. Feels good. I think a couple more stretches didn't hurt. Actually, let's do this. It wants to like open really quickly. I think it's still pretty tight, so that's good. Gonna let it sit for an hour. Then we'll work on shaping and putting it in the Banneton and proofing and all that good stuff. But give it an hour. I think just give it more room so that way I can really see how it's grown and hopefully have a good proof. And I think the last one I overproofed. So just put a little bit of flour. You don't need much. It's really we want it to stick a little bit so we can build that tension. Because a lot of people that I've seen, they say the tension, you have to build tension in it so it'll expand better, and I think that's really the way to go. Right? So it's got some air and it feels nice and fluffy. It's really it feels damp and cool, so it'll warm it up a bit. I think it'll really start to pop. I think we can probably get away with this in proofing for just about 2 hours, maybe. We'll see. I put the oven on proof, and it has It puts it at 100 degrees. So I think that's a pretty good space for it to be. I can see, oh yeah, there you go. It's nice and airy. Okay, I don't think it needs much more than that. Bring that up, over. It's got a little bit of a gap here, so just pinch it so it'll stay tight. I think that's something I hadn't done. I think there wasn't that big of a seam, so I didn't pinch it, so it expanded instead of up. I want all the energy to go up so it'll be puffy, right? It's all right. Trying to get my other videos going. So this is ready. I'm gonna take a shower cap, spray it with my vegetable oil, so if it gets stuck, it won't be a problem. It's nice and fluffy. It feels really jiggly. I'm just trying to even it out because I noticed too, if there's too much on one side or anything like that, it will it will like move that way. And that's a little bit more even. So, shower cap, cover with little veggie oil so it won't stick. In the oven for probably about 2 hours. I just wanted to fill this and rise above this, like maybe about an inch. All right, we're cut. They look good. Gonna take the pot out and load it in the oven. 20 minutes and we'll see how it goes. About 13 minutes ago, it looked okay. Let's take a look. This one came out looking a little bit prettier, at least aesthetically. It's done. It's not as flat, it's more open. Look at that, it's got big bubbles on it. It's good fermentation, at least. The spread was a little bit nicer. It's not as flat, so I think it looks okay. It's like 9:50 in the morning, so I'm gonna give it about 4 hours, let it cool, and then we'll cut it open. So I was putting the video together, and then I realized I didn't cut it. I cut it this morning. I baked it Sunday, so today's Monday. I cut it this morning, and I made myself toast. It has a nice texture to it. It came out fine. It rose just a bit more than the last one. The mix seems to be right. I think it's 500 grams, half white, half wheat with a wheat starter. Seems to be the right growth. I get the right growth out of it with the proofing, and it expands properly. The texture is good. The actual skin of the bread is actually tastes good. It doesn't have like it doesn't rip the top of your mouth open. So a lot of times when you're eating this bread, it's almost like a ciabatta. It's not as like rough as a ciabatta, but it's close. And I've eaten it, and like I'll feel like the roof of my mouth is raw, like it's ripped up. But this not really. And I actually had it for lunch too. I made myself a grilled cheese. So the thing with this bread, I found the best thing to do is to give it a toast when it's just starting to get a little bit stiff and it browns up a little bit in the middle. That seems to be the sweet spot for flavor, and it enhances the flavor, and it holds well when you make a sandwich or make a grilled cheese or just put butter on it or jam or something like that. It holds together well. So that was a 51st loaf, and I think I, for the most part, have it together when it comes to bread. I still get to that point where it's like, man, I wish I had somebody who knew what they were talking about that could just sit there and go, oh, you did this and this and this, you should probably try this instead. That'd be nice. It's just I don't have anybody right now. Maybe at some point in the future, who knows. But anyway, that loaf is done. It'll last me the entire week. I don't know if I'm gonna make another loaf for a little while. Maybe in like 2 weeks, but I don't know. So the nice thing, I can put the starter in the fridge. It's been holding in the fridge really well, and I just take it out once a week, let it get up to room temperature, and then it rises, and then I discard some and make fresh starter. I just do that once a week now, so that makes it a lot easier too. So that's it.